great to see you all. What a great turnout. See some familiar faces and some new faces as well. My name is Brad Bates. I use he, him pronouns. I have been at Dublin this is my 14th year. I grew up in the Boston area. I've lived in Delaware and Colorado and France, and a good part of my life in New Hampshire, having gone to college and graduate school here. Let's see, I'm trying to think what our teachers say when they introduce themselves. My favorite bands in high school, probably the Police and the Clash. I think that's parents of my generation, right? So, yeah, so I was really into those, and many other groups. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about kind of my academic or school philosophy. I've had a little bit of an imprint on here after 14 years. And I just want to share kind of what I think about when they say a head of school makes about 500 decisions a day. And some of those are really small, some of those are big. But I'm involved with so much at this school, and I love that. But when I went to a high school that was very intense, and it was very rigorous, kind of 5 hours of homework a night. And I felt like it was a great school, but I didn't have room for curiosity, to really think and explore and try different things. And in the summers, for a couple summers, I went to a wonderful summer camp sleepover. And I really loved that camp because I got to be with people not from my town, from people from all over the world, all over the country. And I thought, wow, this is cool. How can I meld this with my high school experience? And the other thing I found in my high school was if you didn't come in as a soccer player, you weren't going to start at my high school. That just wouldn't happen, right? And I coach actually girls soccer this year. Some players here. And we're having a lot of fun. And what I love is we have some really experienced players, some great leaders help us to help everyone else learn. And then we have some girls who've never played soccer before this season or before coming to Dublin School. And I think that is so cool. And that spirit happened at my summer camp where you'd wake up and you could do basically anything you wanted to, and you could be a beginner. You could go to the blacksmithing hut, where Mr. Johnson works now at my old camp. You could go and learn archery. You could do ceramics. You could learn how to swim or water ski. You go learn how to canoe. And I was thinking, this is great. No one's judging me. No one cares that I've never done this before. They're actually just so excited that I showed up. So it's like, how do we blend this? How do we cut down a little bit on the rigor? How do we add choice? How do we allow people to be beginners? How do we get people together from all over the world, learn from each other, be respectful of one another, and go to school together? And that's what I've tried to do at Dublin School with an amazing team of faculty and staff. We have 75 adults working with 162 students, and they are committed to all being teachers in the school. And it was really fun. And I read a book maybe 8 years ago called The Growth Mindset. And that's still one of the most influential books I've read in education, where the belief is that we can always grow if we don't think mindsets are fixed. Has anyone said I'm not good at math before? All right. Now you add just one word at the end of that. I'm not good at math yet. And that one word is so powerful. And the students throw it back at me because they're like, I can't kick that ball like that. And they're like, yeah, Mr. Bates. I love that. But the power of yet, if you embrace the power of yet, your life will be really exciting. I haven't told anyone this. I'm going to say it publicly. I'm trying to learn how to draw right now. And I'm a little older than these people. Because I was saying, I just can't draw. And actually students said, yeah. And so I'm really interested in learning how to draw. It's something we do throughout our lives. So how do we create a school around the power of yet? I think you're going to see this today when you go to these 28 stations. We don't want you to come here saying, I am this, and that's all I'm going to be. We want you to say, like, I'm still figuring it out. High school should be a time when you are still growing, exploring, expanding, and finding joy in things you didn't know you'd find joy in. And I would say we have some seniors here that their identity today is different from what they thought it would be 4 years ago when they were sitting where you were. And they have really been able to explore. They've traveled to India to Argentina. They've tried sports they've never thought they'd try. They've tried woodworking. They've gone rock climbing, hiking. They've participated in our portfolio program. They've sung. They've sailed. They've said, I am really into math. I'm an astronomer. I love learning Spanish. These are things that happen in a school of our size, where you are known, where you will know every student in the school after 2 years, probably sooner. And that's really special. And for me, it starts with one thing we were really missing last year. When we brought it back this year, it was like, wow, it's like the lights went on. Morning meeting. When I toured here 15 years ago, this room was a little bit smaller. I came in the morning meeting and I said, wow, here's a school that meets as a community every single day for 30 minutes without an agenda. And I thought, that is pretty cool. Anyone can get up and line these walls and come down here and give an announcement and about what's on their mind, the club they're starting, how their team did, things they're interested in, something that we think the community needs to improve, whatever it might be. Anyone can get up and say something. This week, I give Moxie Awards. Has anyone tried this incredible soda? I call it the elixir of life. It's pretty amazing. The kids love it. I want to give an award that celebrated students who were showed a little moxie. Not like the goody-goody award, not the academic award, the athletic award. Someone who's making this community a little bit better through their actions and their personality. So I think this is the fuel of the power of yet and the journey. But I love giving these awards. And this week I had like 2 awards. It takes about 30 seconds. And I always put myself at the end of the line unless I have something critical to say. And this week, 5 morning meetings, I didn't get 30 seconds to give an award because all of you were doing announcements and they were amazing. And I love it. And it's like coffee in the morning when you come in here and hear the students talking, the faculty talking. So we're going to do a little replica of morning meeting today. I think we're going to have people introduce themselves and talk about where to go if you're interested in their program. And if you want to try Moxie, I think it's going to be in the schoolhouse. Hopefully chilled appropriately. It's got to be chilled perfectly. I will be out on the quad. I'll be wandering around. Love to say hi. Love to meet you. But we're really honored that you took your Sunday afternoon to be here. And hope you have a wonderful time. Let's do announcements.